just like if you had, I'll say for instance, like, you know, there's a lot of deadbeat dads out there.
Yeah.
And you just, as a son for my dad, I just want an explanation. I just want a conversation.
Yeah.
I can't get that because my dad doesn't want to talk.
When I met my dad, my uncle told me, he said, he don't know how to articulate, he can't really communicate. He's not good at that. And it almost came to blows my first meeting with my dad. Like, you know, I got my kids there and I want to know. And I hadn't been around my dad since I was a kid, you feel me? I'm not saying that women can't raise men. My mom did a beautiful fucking job with me. But what I will say is this. I realized that, you know, my mom couldn't teach me certain foundational things that I need to know as a man.
Like, it's crazy that you want to talk about this in this podcast because, like, I'm always gonna have that issue. That's a soft spot for me.
Yeah.
Because I know I need my dad. Dog, my dad was there. I love my dad. There's certain things that he said he was gonna do with me that he didn't do that hurt my feelings. Like, this nigga's supposed to play basketball with me. Nigga, I was in the damn hot sun waiting on my dad all fucking day.
Yeah.
All fucking day.
Yeah.
Like basketball.
Welcome to the Popular Loners. You got your boy Bond in the building, man. We're about to talk about something today. What's happening?
This shit off the right way. It's as simple as that. Yeah. I'm your favorite rapper, bitch, I thought you knew. I heard that he dropping new music, bitch, I'm dropping too. I heard he got a baddie up on Zeus, oh yeah, I'm fucking too. John Wick about my dogs, bitch, I got some loose screws. I ain't been to no Diddy party, I ain't here for no pity party. Diddy ever try to fuck me, I would've killed his ass there in the party. Black ops going go smooth, boogeyman like oh no. Headshots, no broke nose, taking fake chains for my promo like. Bye Felicia, bye Carisha, hey, I think I'm high as hell like Red Choney. Mama see, hey, new charge, big motor, your favorite rapper better get over.
I'm
holdovers, I'm an air fryer, you a slow roaster. Big bank, take little bank, little money like a piggy bank. A lot of rappers ain't shot shit, so it's safe to say that it's getting safe. Hey, I flow to that demon now, all that hate I see it now. Love that loss, can't fix it now. My tears and dry, we even now. I'm your favorite rapper, bitch, I thought you knew. I heard that he dropping new music, bitch, I'm dropping too. I heard he got a baddie up on Zeus, oh yeah, I'm fucking too. John Wick about my dogs, bitch, I got some loose screws.
Welcome to the Popular Loner Podcast. It is our Rambo fam. Yes, sir.
Boy, the real chef.
The real chef, Big Eli in this building. This is my skater dog, you know what I'm saying? What's up, man? We here, man. We live in effect. What's up? Let's talk about it, man. First, let's get to this. How you feeling lately, man? What's been on your mind? Well, first, you know, I want to send my condolences to anybody that lost their life. I want to send my praises to Most High to make sure that the families that went through hurricane. It was Helene. I want to just give y'all, everybody who been through it. I went through it like crazy. We was out power a week. Well, you was out longer.
Yeah, a week and a half, maybe.
So yeah, man, we want to give our condolences to the people out there, man, that been through that, man, went through the whole situation, man. But I mean, it's unfortunate. Like, how did you recover from it? How do you feel like you recovered from it?
Shoot, my mom, my sister, you, everybody just helping each other out. That's what it's all about. So we do that on a daily basis. Anyway.
Yeah. I think what was the hardest part for you
though? Nothing really, because me going to basic training, being in the army, you know, you learn not to
sweat the minutiae.
Yeah, like especially electronic stuff. Yeah. Like, you know how to survive, eat.
I think mine was with that being said too, I think it was living without the bare necessity or our necessities or that we think is necessities. Yeah. And it really kind of made you kind of focus in and tap into what you got going on in life and the people around you. So I think that was one of the biggest things. I think it was really helpful to actually be in a situation and learn from it and actually see how people around you move. There was a lot of people that I've seen, man, that just was going through the worst.
Exactly. And you meet people too.
Yeah.
I talked to a whole bunch of my neighbors. Like they was outside saying, "What's up? How you doing?" I've been meaning to say, "Hey," since you moved in. I was like,
You don't think that's weird though? Like, bro, we live right next to each other. You can always say, "Hey."
I walk by you almost every other day, if not every day.
Yeah. I think that's just the biggest thing, man. We just went through that and we survived it. So I'm getting a tornado. I couldn't get out. I ain't got no water. I don't really want to do like no picture of a hurricane, but yeah, I'm getting a tattoo to resemble that. I'm basically saying I survived it. 2024 has been a year. I'm ready for 2025, I will say.
Yes, sir.
Birthdays came up. Had a big birthday. Both our birthdays was in the same week. And we couldn't even celebrate. We couldn't turn up, kick it or nothing. So shout out all the Leapers in the building that tuning in.
Let's go.
Today, man, I think we're going to get right into it, man. We talking about the Father's Playbook. It's a lot of different things that I noticed that as a man that I'm growing into, I'm starting to notice the differences of, or the things that I did not see as a child, and I'm learning as a man and a man with children that, it was things that I was misled in or I was steered wrong in. And I think the realization of that came from my situation with my son recently. Me and his mom is battling with it. It feels like parental control with him. It seems like we battling with that because we're trying to figure out, who's the best at doing this or who's the best at doing this. She always claims she's the better parent. She's always going to be the better parent. I always feel like I have great attributes. I'll never say I'm the best parent, but I think that I give my child what he needs. I give my child what he needs I give him tools in his toolbox that he can take on for the rest of his life. Yeah. And I think that there's a misconception nowadays with that. But this topic really stirred from our one of our podcasts that I have not put out, and I did that out of respect to you, bro. Like I didn't want to drop the podcast, and we didn't have any annotation behind it or no meaning of understanding of what was really going on at that time.
Mm-hmm. There's certain things that he said he was gonna do with me that he didn't do that hurt my feelings. Like this nigga's supposed to play basketball with me. Nigga, I was in the damn hot sun waiting on my dad all fucking day. Yeah. All fucking day.
Yeah.
Like basketball.
So the first thing we're going to talk about is how do you feel your father and son relationship affected you as a father today?
I say that, the way that my dad left, me and my sister. So I think like now, like I leave relationships like that I have in the past, like unanswered, no closure. I've left a couple of relationships like that in the past. So I guess that's how it's affected me. And then just like my dad not having given me an explanation or taking the time to like really sit down and talk to me, like to give me certain tools so that I don't react in certain ways, because when you get certain teachings from both parents, maybe you'll get more of a serious tone from your dad, and then your mom just more relaxed and just like patience and stuff like that. It just depends on how your teaching style is and how you raise your kids, really.
Yeah. I think for me, I didn't have my dad at all really in my life. So for me, I didn't meet my dad till I was later as an adult. But I think that like same thing you said, I think that my mom brought the nurturing and the mother and the woman aspect of life to me. And then I think that also I did need that stern fatherly advice and stern fatherly hand. But, with my dad being in the streets, being out, doing what he had to do, whatever he had to get to where he had to be. It made me as a father be more well-rounded, I would say. Yeah. It made me able to, I can, nurture my daughter and be, understand her compassion, her feelings about things. And then also my sons, I can understand the roughness and the aggressiveness. But what I think I want for my kids is to have a certain type of confidence when you walk in the room. I've realized, I think you can see it even with me as a friend. Yeah. Shit, when I walk in the room, I'm own the room. I don't give a fuck what room it is. We could be in the worst club in the building. We could be in a photo building, you know, a 4-wall building, club, a little shack, a broke down building, but you gonna feel like it's motherfucking Magic City in there if I'm in that bitch. So I think that that's the biggest thing for me as a father, learning how to instill the confidence, which has became, for me, the problem with my relationship with my son. I think that I want to insert a certain type of discipline, confidence, aggression, being able to control emotions, but I'm not able to do that because of my co-partner in that situation, my co-parenting situation with his mom. It's like kind of just bad. Like, do you feel like some of the things that you are trying to instill kind of get negated because they feel like you're not in the household or certain things?
Yeah, always. I mean, even from the beginning of past trauma, but why take it out on me when I'm trying to build something with my two oldest? Like, why take it out on me and keep them from me when you know that they want to interact with me and talk to me? You know,
right?
Like, you didn't make the kids by yourself.
Right. I think that's the biggest thing too. Like the keeping them the kids away thing. I really would want to know, like, what is the reason from that, from a woman's perspective? Like, do you know that they need both parts? Because this is how I look at it.
Yeah.
There's one thing about my kids that I noticed. They all have the charisma, the energy. Yeah. And I'm sorry, I don't date women like that. I like a woman who can kind of be in the background. I don't want a woman who could be in the forefront all the time. I dated that and I didn't really like it. Not saying that my woman has to sit and play passenger all the time, but I want my woman to sit up and be pretty. You know, so that's what my woman's supposed to be. I'm not saying a trophy, but I want her to be up there. Not saying don't have your own intentions and goals and know how to do things, but it's certain things that I'm supposed to do, I feel, as a man. Yeah. And I feel like that's becoming a problem too with me. It's like, this is my lane, you know what I'm saying? Let me guide my lane and, figure that out. I think for one thing though, that we was talking about too, like, how do you feel like now, what were the side effects of your father's, communication or lack thereof for you?
Just me as a kid, I used to be like real quiet and shy because my dad was strict. Army, all the way, strict. So he would just, like, we couldn't do certain things. I couldn't be loud. I felt like I couldn't be myself as a kid. Only around my mom I could do things, but just like, man, I used to be real quiet. Like, I used to, I'm a giver, man. Whatever I could do for my friends, like relationships, like I give, like, and just get shitted on, like, don't get it returned back tenfold, you know.
The reciprocity,
yeah. So now, I'm just more outspoken, more outgoing to put myself out there and not just be quiet and not just, just like, like, I actually speak now, like, I'm talking, having conversations, like, I'm getting out there, like it's a beautiful thing to be able to express yourself in certain
freely
ways.
Yeah. I think for me, it made me more of a hustler. It gave me more of a hustler standpoint. I always chased the vision of being, I'm not going to say like my dad by far, but I will say I always loved the stories that I did hear about my dad. He gone, rest in peace, Big Keith. But I always, man, like, they'd tell me how my dad had this car. They used to call them, the brothers, they had a little thing where they was all like silk or something like that. I forgot what it was. But
I hear about my dad all the time.
Yeah.
My aunties and uncles.
Yeah, so it's like, I always wanted to have that stature too. Yeah. So I'm not gonna say it led me to a negative path, but what I will say is that it made me grow as a person to say, okay, I need to put my priorities first before the things that I want, because I seen the fall of that. My dad was a dope boy, you know what I'm saying? And when I look at those situations, I tried to do my thing in the drug game, but it ain't work. You feel me? That's just not me. I'm too articulate. Okay. I know how to communicate. I know how to, so I'm savvy with certain things. I'm technical. I set my whole podcast. This setup is me. So it's just like, I wanted to always have that aggressive thing, but what I had to learn, and I learned from my mom, which I didn't take until I got older, and I learned from my other male figures that was around, coaches, i.e., shout out Pops, that was a dude that was my best friend's dad, and he really was like a person that just was like, man, you ain't gotta do it that way. Legal money is the best way right now. And I want to say, thank you to him, but I want to say that those are the things that I needed, and what I'm learning now is to turn my negatives into positives.
Exactly.
And as a father, that's what I'm also trying to portray.
Well, to piggy off of that, like you're saying you wanted to be like your dad and do things and just have, that stature. Like one thing that I came to realize, and I realized this 3 years ago when I was with my ex-wife, like I am my dad's son. I am my dad.
You're gonna have those characteristics, yeah.
They're in us. So regardless if we mess up, we gotta roll through the punches. We gotta learn
from our mistakes.
Yeah. So now you came to that clarity, just like I am. So I am my dad's son. So what I can do is look at the positive of that. Like, because my dad is not a bad person, So I could just turn that around and do it in my way, how I feel is right, in order to give the love that I give, the nourishment, the sternness, like for my children.
And I think that's one of the biggest factors too for me. Like, I see the way where my kids are gonna go. Like my oldest, he loved money.
Yeah.
He loved harnessing money, putting it up. He loved having some money. He liked to make big purchases to where it'll take all his money. I had that same problem. Every woman I dated, every woman I was with, they'll tell you, boy, he will run a bag up. I will fuck a bag up for sure. That's one of the biggest things. I run through somebody. Well, you done been to the mall. I'm getting this. I'm grabbing this too.
But at the same time, you got money put up too.
Yeah.
So you learn how to save too in that aspect.
Yeah. Then I see with my youngest son, my middle son, he got the same charisma. I feel like he gonna be a host or an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's like with my daughter. That's my birthday twin. She got everything. Well, she spit an image, but she's a female. So, and she got my rhythm. Like it's like crazy. Just like my one of my brothers, his daughter, twin, tall and everything. It's amazing.
Yeah. I think that's just one of the biggest things with like fathering. I just had to learn how to change my negatives and see them in my kids and be like, hey, let's learn this way. Let's do this way.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you say about how you seen your father move? You know what I'm saying? What good attributes would you see? I don't think that we ever take the time to deep dive into that. Like as my dad.
Man, when my dad was actually there and just like actually just being able to let loose, like, man, it's just amazing what he could do. Like, but as I got older and I started finding certain things out, I just realized that no wonder he was so uptight all the time and stuff. Like, man, paying child support to 3 other children that we didn't even know about, really. But, I mean, we grew up with my stepsister and my stepbrother, Junior and Maya. And then my other brother, Marcus, we never grew up with him. We met him, like, once or twice. But, like, no wonder you were so uptight. Your money's going everywhere. Like stop doing what you do. Stop cheating,
Stop making more kid reproduce. Yeah.
Like if that's not, if you don't want to go through that, like you're just suffering the consequences. But don't take it out on your children and be upset with us. Like how's that gonna look on us? That makes us feel some type of way, like we're doing something wrong.
Right. I think that's a good topic that you just brought up too. It wasn't even on here, but my dad had 24 kids. And how did you feel about not growing up? Let you go first. How did you feel about not growing up with your siblings, like, and then seeing them and meeting them as they older? It's like, damn, if I would have met him when I was younger, boy, we'd have been turned.
Yeah, like, cause like me and my the ones that we did grow up with, like Junior and Maya, like, yeah, we had some ups and downs, but that's neither here nor there. But it was just great times. Like, if I did not grow up with my sister Maya, boy, I would not know what music is, boy. She opened my eyes to music, R&B, dog. Like, that's why I like R&B. It was like, man, if I never want to spend that time with her and just everything, like, I wouldn't be a music head like I am. Just like, I wouldn't have gotten to dancing, I don't think, either.
Yeah. I think for me, my siblings all took different paths.
Yeah, of course, they do.
But I will say that I wish I did at least have that opportunity to grow with some of them and learn. Maybe I could have derailed them from some that took the negative path or the wrong path. But I think that, like, that's a part that I think your father and that we got to start working on. Get these kids together. Let them know who their siblings is, even if it's just once out the year, twice out the year, to say, hey, I'm gonna get all my kids. I think all fathers should do that.
Yeah, because my brother Marcus, he he was like how I'm feeling some type of way with my dad as I'm older, you know, and I'm not a kid now, but like he wanted my dad to be there. Like that's all. That's really the ultimate thing that kids want is just for the parents to be there. Like it could just take just a hug. You're like, man, you came at the right time, Dad, Mom, you know, whatever.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
Like, that's all we need is just, we don't need money. We don't need toys and stuff. We just need you.
Yeah. So, speaking of money, child support. What's your feelings on child support? Let's go to start there. What's your feelings on child support?
It's necessary if the mother can't really do it by herself. I'd say that. But for certain situations, maybe not. Like, but at the end of the day, like I'm not opposed to it. Like, if you put me on child support, okay. At least I know my kids is getting taken care of some way. In my mind, hopefully that's what you're doing with the child support, doing what you're supposed to. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't have a problem with it because I mean, whether I get the time or not that I need, which I supposed to get the time, but at least my kids is taken care of.
I think that child support is bullshit, and it's a factor to help women feel like they don't need the man in the household. The reason why I say that is because it's too many times where I've dated women, I've had children with them, been married, had children, and they go straight to child support because they feel like, well, I can't get them to do anything else.
True.
I feel like we could be all honest. This is the Popular Honest Podcast. I'm gonna be real. I think that child support is a broke bitch sport in a way.
True. But how can a woman say that we're not going to be able to do what we're supposed to do if you don't even give us a chance and actually give us a chance and show you?
Right. So like
instead of you just saying this is just going to be your way, but how's that co-parenting and working out through something?
Right. And I think that the child support gives them leverage to say, oh, I'm just gonna put him on child support.
Exactly.
They don't even know like how much that affects us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You gotta really be making a bag or having some type of extra income. Yeah. You know, God bless that I have the income that I do have. Because if I didn't, boy, and I see some of these men's checks and how they barely making it, you know, they wonder why a lot of our men are in poverty or going to dealing drugs because that's extra money on the side.
Or just doing dumb stuff. You know, suicide. That's a problem. Get depressed and then
because the world ran off money.
Yeah.
So we gotta have money with all
exactly.
Another thing I want to talk about, like with court proceedings, how do you feel about that? I feel like it's bullshit. I think court for child custody and things like that. I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, because it could be one-sided. It could be one-sided.
It's a lot of time I feel it is.
Yeah. I mean, but it worked in my favor for me because I was able to get joint custody because it's just man, you can't say your source of income is going to be child support because you need to get a job.
That's what I'm saying. It cripples the black woman in a sense. Like, it's like
it was crazy when the judge heard that. Boy, he made the most gesturing face towards her when she said that. He's like, what? It's like, that's just pure laziness. Like,
he said that in the proceeding?
Man, the way he looked at her, he was like, huh. He was like, well, she's going to have joint custody. I was like, yes, sir. Mm-hmm. But, it's, most of the time it works in for the favor for the woman because either they're making up lies and how much money they needed and, like, shoot, you're only taking home $300 in your check every paycheck now because they're getting like $800 or $1,000 for one kid or, what have you. But, I mean, child support should really just be based on income, really.
I'm confused.
That's the best way because then it gives the father or if it's the mother like breathing room to be able to still pay bills and stuff if they do it off of income because you can have the best job and then they'll get more money but you still have a check left.
Yeah. It's like you're not seeing your full potential of your money.
But man, if it ain't, boy.
Mm-hmm. And I think they should take it out of like if you get paid.
They hitting you over the head.
Yeah, I feel like if you get paid bi-weekly, they should take it from one check only.
Yeah.
Or if you get paid weekly, they should take it from 2 checks and not 2 other checks. Let you see your fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
Man, it's wild. I mean, it's a lot of topics that we can have on this. Like, I feel like, the whole system with this stuff is jacked up these days, man. I think people got to start being mindful of who they have kids with. I think that we heard that, but we ain't think about it for real. You know what I'm saying? I heard it.
You hear it all the time, bro. But man, my boy, to take it back, my boy, man, for just his daughter, just because, white and black, man, it's just crazy. Just because she just said one little thing, boy, paying close to $1,000 for his daughter because she just wanted to run her mouth, like. like women have a way with their voice, with their body, with just anything really. Like at the end of the day, a woman is a queen no matter what.
Right.
So, as men we're kings, right? So we have to go to our woman in council. They we're the head, but they oversee. So they make sure we straight. So we go to them for counseling before we even make our decision anyway.
Right.
So y'all are definitely valued. Like we're the head, you're the overseer, you protect the king. So both roles is important, but at the same time, both roles are different.
Yeah. I feel like too in relationships, I feel like women have to get out of trying to be in so much control in these co-parenting situations. Yeah. Personally, me, I have a situation where, she feels as if like it has to go her way or no way. We talked about this the other day. I previously made a decision to not overspend on my half.
Yeah.
Because I feel like let's break it down. For me, like I told you the other day, if I'm gonna buy my son Nike, Jordan, Adidas, the mother should have to match. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't see my kids in Bobo's, Walmart, and City Trends. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the big, and I'm not gonna hit on City Trends for kids because they be having full Jordan and Nike suits up in that shit. That I ain't say that, but
especially when town you go to.
Yeah, but and don't get me wrong, Walmart you can get a fit about that motherfucker easy. But I think for me, I hate the fact that the women feel like they can take the child support and use it for certain things. Your hair is not my necessity anymore. Your nails are not my problem anymore. You have, especially if you have a new man, make these lazy motherfuckers step up to the plate. You feel me? And I think that that's one of the biggest things with co-parenting now. It's like the mother wants to have so much control and be in so much control of certain things. We got a common friend, and she had said
before you say that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that, like we said earlier when we talked about on the phone, like maybe it's because they still want to be with the father of their children, but at the same time, if that ship is sailed, stop doing that and stop hanging it over our heads for our children. Like, oh yeah, well you're not gonna see your child since you got somebody else in your life. Like,
see, I think that's bullshit too,
man.
Regardless if I got somebody else in my life, my kids still my kids.
Yeah,
and I think they want to see us hurt.
Man,
I know my ex-wife, she want to see me hurt, man. She don't want to see me thriving, buying a house, getting cars and doing what I want to the cars, going where I want to go. She want to see me 24/7 in a bad space.
Wow, like
bitter. Bitter because I think because for me, just to give a recap, when I met my ex-wife, I was in the Army. I was a super soldier ass motherfucker, like PT stud. Okay. I was on the football team, track team. I played post basketball. You know what I'm saying? So you feel me? Like I was in all these different things, and I was elite in my field of work. Yeah. So like when you when you in a situation like that, I mean, you looking up to you. You got to look up to a God. You know what I'm saying? You can't look down, or a king, we should say. I don't say God, but you can't look down on the king. So I think that. She knows I have a hustler mentality. Yeah. You could take every penny in my check. I'm gonna have some money coming in some motherfucking way. Man, I'm just a hustler by heart. For real. If I gotta get out here and sell motherfucking lemonade, get a lemonade stand, we gonna have that bitch be jumping. You feel me?
Yeah, I'll cut the lemons.
Yeah, so you feel me? And I think that that's the biggest thing. I think women have to realize that it takes a village to raise a seed.
Yeah,
it takes a village.
Why want somebody else when you have somebody that you brag about?
Mm-hmm.
That's the quickest red flag that you still want to be with me. But if that ship is sailed and I told you straight up or whatever, like just let it be.
Accept
Let me raise my kids. Just raise them together, man. Like stop holding kids. It's just gonna hurt the kids later.
Right.
And then when they actually know the truth when they're older, then they're gonna be with one parent when they get older and take care of that parent. Now you left because you was telling lies and stuff.
Yep.
Like it's just too much.
I think that the biggest thing too for me is the respect barrier. Mm-hmm. It's like when women get in new relationships, they respect for the person they was with is detrimental. And I've seen this with every baby mama I had.
Same.
That as soon as they get in a relationship, it's like you the thing of the past, and I done upgraded and da. And then you see them go through worse shit than they were with you, and then it's like, well, I thought you was good, Bookie. Exactly. I thought you was fine, Bookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened, Bookie? So I mean, it's just one of them situations. Like I see it every day. I'm literally in a situation with my daughter's mom, and literally she is just going through hell right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you should have value what you had with me or with the other guy or whatever. Yeah. And when I see that there's no value there, that's the problem. So, two things. One, we're going to talk about this. So we got a common friend. She said that she feels that men should, if they're incarcerated, they should get the kids on the weekend. I think that'll work.
At the jail?
No, like in a holding facility. Like they redo the holding or the halfway houses, and they do a playground and they make it kid friendly. And it's like, you know, you get different areas and they spend time, and that way the mother can kind of go and do their own thing for the day and get a break one day out the weekend.
Yeah,
I think that'll work.
Yeah,
because that'll be a good form of rehabilitation.
I mean, it's not like they won't be supervised neither.
Exactly. Nothing crazy can happen.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be dope because, I mean, that gives a chance. Because like the ultimate goal when you get out, you're trying to turn your life around anyway. Like you're like, dang, or you might went into jail for something that you didn't do, but like you just, I got kids. I want to see my kids. Like hell yeah.
I think that's a good idea. I think that's something that we should do. We should look into trying to get situated. I think that's definitely dope, man. Like. It would set a difference. It would set a different precedence to
life.
Yeah, it would make a man come out and look forward to something. Because my dad was in prison a lot of my life, or locked up a lot of my life because of the dumb decisions he made. I think if I got that time, the questions that I had from my dad could be answered.
Yeah,
it's a lot. My mom and dad history, it was so much in between, and bro, like it got to a point where I was like, look, bro, I don't even want to talk about my mama. Let's not even bring her up. Let's worry about me and you, and let's fix our relationship and see what we can build. So I think that was the biggest thing for me. Like, I think that could be a good thing that works.
The best co-parenting relationship that I have now, though, is with my second baby mom. Mm-hmm. Me and her always had a dope relationship, whether we were dating or not. Like, just the way you can come get your son anytime. Come get him.
Yeah.
Like, get me a break. Like, she's like, I don't care. You can come get him, stay the night, like anything. Like, all she should ask for is consistency.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, where was that with my first one? Like that's what I wanted to say. Like, there's a lot of men that don't even care, dog. They don't even fucking care about their kids.
Or don't even put as much effort as niggas like us do, yeah.
And the ones that do, we be going through the ringer more than they do.
They won't. It's because they already know they ain't shit though. But I think that's a dumb responsibility. That's a dumb way for a man to get out of his responsibilities.
The ones that want to actually be a part, you take us through the ringer. You make us do the most.
Yeah,
like you make us hurt the most.
Yeah, that's a valuable point, bro. That's that's all.
And you know my kid, daddy, where my dad at? They ask about it.
They know what's up, man. I think they know that it's something there that they can't change.
Yeah. You need both parents, no matter what. I would never do her how she do me. If I was to get like full custody,
Mhm.
I would never do, or joint custody, but I was a sole parent. Like I would never do you
Yeah,
how
I
you
never.
do.
A lot of men wouldn't.
Hey, go. You what when you going when you need to be out there? What
Yeah.
time? All right, I put y'all on the plane. I'll fly with you.
So this is something I want to talk about too, man.
Yeah.
There was a question that I posted today. I don't know if you've seen the question.
Oh, I did. I liked it. Yeah.
So the question was, this is the question of the day. As a father, do you feel like signing over your rights is wrong?
Depends on your situation and what you're going through.
All right, explain. Give me your reason on it.
Like, because at the end of the day, people get tired of going through the same stuff. So
Exactly. Yeah.
if you're just tired and you just like, man, it's just I can't win for losing. I just can't. You know, maybe that will be the best thing. You know, but on the flip side, yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing. Like it's gonna happen one day. I'm gonna get them one day.
I feel like this. For me, in the situation I'm in, my son's mom make my kids feel like I'm a financial responsibility. That's all I'm there for. So I feel like if I sign my rights away, guess what? He's at an age you already know him as dad.
Yeah.
You can't keep capping out the child support. I can get time to pay this off, but my son know that I'm his dad. Mm-hmm. So he's in a good age of where, all right, I know it's my dad. I can call him when I want to. Exactly. You can call him when you choose to. You can reach out to me. I think we still have to put a little responsibility on the growth of a child too.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying take it fully away, but I am saying that
my daughter used to call me all the time. But
yeah,
I told her you can call me anytime. It don't matter.
So I think I'm in agreement of signing away rights. The reason why I say that is because a lot of men are. My dad. I'm gonna give you a reason why I say this too. My dad, he had to go to jail every weekend to pay off his child support debt because he couldn't get a job. Dang. These are facts. And he had too many kids. Yeah. And the arrears got too high. So in retrospect, it's basically saying that the child support can run as long as 18 or higher if they go to college. Meaning that you only gonna keep building a debt. So what does that debt stop you from doing? It stops you from going overseas or traveling like you want to. You know, it may stop you from getting houses. It may stop you from getting certain things. Yeah. Because that's a debt that they see.
Or getting certain jobs. To
exactly.
A certain bracket to be able to take care of things.
I don't think you can work at as a loan officer or at any bank and have arrearage, a child support arrearage or stuff like that.
There's ways.
No, there's ways.
There's ways, but
if they
realistic,
if they look into it, you in a bad space.
Like,
we want to give you a job, you're qualified, but we'll keep in touch. We go holler at you. So I don't personally feel like it's the worst thing you can do. Yeah. If your child is of age to know that, hey, that's my dad. I don't give a fuck what y'all telling me. That's my daddy. Yeah. But I do feel like it's a simple way of going out. I get what you're saying too. It's like, all right, damn, we kind of taking it back, bro. You getting up out of that. You don't want to deal with it. Yeah. But on the back end, for me, it's kind of like, if I look at it, it's like, damn, like shit. He know I'm his son. I'm his daddy. So
why don't trying to work with me anyway?
Yeah, you ain't trying to work with me anyway. Let's go ahead and get this out the way.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? If it's already a struggle to get him, yeah. It's already arguments all the time about what he wear, what he don't wear, what I buy him, what you buy him. Yeah. And then financially, we never understand each other and get to a balance. Okay, well, take your little rearage, keep moving on, be happy in life. I'm a raise him still as if I'm there. I'm still gonna be there.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because nothing changes. Yeah. So I think that's something that men need to look into if your situation is just that bad, or you know that your child's other co-parent partner is just that detrimental to y'all's growth.
Because I mean, like, I got the rights.
Yeah.
Even if you technically sign them up, you still gonna have the rights, because if your child really want to know you and wonder about you, they're gonna say, "F that." As soon as I turn 18,
yeah, I'm gonna live my dad, man.
Exactly.
Because they can't stop it then.
Yeah.
All she can do is bring the police over there. Hey, is he your biological dad? That's where you want to be. Even if you did sign right away, if he want to be with you, the child can be with you. Yeah. He or she can be with you.
Even when they in their teens.
Yeah, I think it's like 16 here. It's 15 in Georgia.
Yep. So, like, there's ways. Because I know. Yeah. Well, I could tell like when I first met my daughter, seen her in person before I went to Korea. Actually, before I went to Colorado, she didn't think she had a dad, man. I was like, "What are you telling my kids?"
Mm-hmm.
like if I didn't do no pop up visits, I would never got no chance to see my kids. So I had to do pop up visits to see my kids. This is a damn shame.
The misconception fucked up.
Man, when I schedule it, you're gonna take them to do something else anyway.
What?
Even if I'm in town. Oh yeah, we went to this. Yeah, because you got that child support.
Yeah.
So like, dang, man, like my daughter was the happiest little girl in that moment in her life. When I when I was there, when I told her, I was like, I looked her in her face. I said, "I'm your daddy."
Yeah.
Like my name, and I told her my name there. I'm your daddy.
Yeah.
And she was just like, it's just like a relief on her face that I saw. I was like, man,
It did a lot for her.
Man, it did a lot for me. I was like, man. But my son was standoffish because, I was there when my son was born and stuff and all that.
Yeah.
But I had to leave, I had to make a decision. I had to go. So I could understand his standoffish ish, But it just goes back to what the mother is saying to the kids about their father.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. Because other than that, it would just be fine. But he came along,
Yeah.
Like, okay, my sister, like, I'm like, yeah, like, come on, son, like me.
Yeah.
You remember a lot when you're one, because
Mm-hmm.
I have, like, come on, man.
So what's one thing that you want to leave the people with today, man? When you get out of there.
Hey, you don't never stop wanting to be in your kid's life, even if you have to take that back seat to sign your rights away. You feel like that's best. And even after that, never stop, man, because kids need both their parents, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just always be available,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Okay. And lastly, man, I want to just say, man, whether you're a great parent or bad parent, always try to be better, and continue to be great. And don't let a lot of the naysayers keep talking and distract you from what's the most important. So be blessed, be happy, and always, always try to be a better parent. Hey, man, I want to say thank y'all for being a popular loner. This is something that touched my heart, man. Last thing I want to say real quick, man, you showed emotion on that last episode, and a lot of people don't get to do that, even in their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, man, because I want people to get comfortable to communicate like that. And I think that was the first thing. Like I said, I didn't want to post it without us having a real dialogue.
Yeah, because they ain't, like, seen emotion from me, but not like that.
Yeah, not like that.
I mean, I just felt like I could just be myself. Like, I felt like I was myself at that time.
Yeah, you're a popular loner, so he lit. So take this shot, though, man. This is a good conversation, man. Thank you, brother.
Like, you should never be afraid to be vulnerable with people who actually care about you, around people like that.
Come join the club. Go be a popular loner.
I got some Patron right now, so I'm feeling real great. I just thought I started this shit off the right way. I mean, it's as simple as that. Love, hey, I'm your favorite rapper, bitch, I thought you knew. I heard that he dropping new music, bitch, I'm dropping. Love, hey, I'm your favorite rapper, bitch, I thought you knew. I heard that he dropping new music, bitch, I'm dropping too. I heard he got a baddie up on Zeus, so yeah.